When I'm with my shorty, we be thugging now. We in your city, we be what now?
Hey guys, I'm Aaliyah. Welcome to or back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine, but I do switch it up very often. So this is just what I've been currently doing. You'll see me use both high-end and drugstore products, but I do lead towards a more full coverage look to cover up my dark spots and blemishes. But yeah, let's get right into the video. I apologize in advance if the lighting is trash, but it is so cloudy today and my mirror only does so much. But I already prepped my skin. I did my skincare, I primed my face, sunscreen, all that. So I'm just gonna get right into the makeup products. So first thing I do, I take this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 50 and I cover up all the dark spots that I want covered. So I have one right here, like so, and I just let it sit there for a while till I'm done doing my brows. And when I say everyday makeup routine, I mean every day. So some products are almost empty, my brushes are dirty, my beauty blender is out of date. Like, y'all don't have to comment that, okay? I know. So for my brows, I use this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Frame Set pomade in the shade Deep Brunette alongside this angled eyebrow brush and spoolie. And for my brows, I start off by lining the underneath. My brows do take the longest to do, that is a fact, but I've come to the point where I've accepted that they will never look the same and they will never be sisters, honestly. They're closer to being like distant cousins, you know? So far I've lined the bottom and I've left a little space here. Now I'm gonna go line the top of it. And I follow the shape of my natural brow because I actually like the shape. It's just my brow hairs are so freaking light. So here you can see I've lined starting here, left a little space here, and the top as well, I left a space. Now I'm just gonna fill in this part. I don't like to overfill it, so like even if there's some spaces in between that's missing product, I just let it be because it gives it more of a natural look. Now on the front, I'm gonna start doing some straight lines to make it look like brow hairs. And then I'm gonna take my spoolie and brush up the front. So my first brow looks like this, filled in. If it's messy, it's all good. I will go over it with concealer after. But now I'm just gonna go do my next brow. And this is the problem brow. This one gets me frustrated. Like in my opinion, this one literally doesn't even look good. But I'm just hoping that the concealer is gonna fix that. Because I've told myself I need to stop wiping off the product and restarting. Because by the time my whole face is done, I won't even be paying attention to it. So it's fine. Now to shape out my brows with concealer, I use this Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Super Coverage Concealer in the shade Cookie. And I use this brush. I just flatten it out with my fingers beforehand. And the shade is very light compared to my skin tone, but it will all work out in the end, okay? Trust the process. So I just put a little bit on my brush and I underline my brow. And once I'm done underlining them, I just fill in the rest of my eyelid with the leftover concealer. And this is what I look like after underlining my brows. So you guys see the little space right here with no concealer. I'm just gonna take the leftovers that are on this brush and fill it in like so. Also, sorry, I always have to be like super close to my mirror because my vision is so bad. And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to the art on my face. So I like to, you know, just make sure that I'm doing it in a way that I like. But here is a close-up on my brows currently. Now to outline the top of my brows, I will be using this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer again in the shade 50 because it is closer to my skin color and I like the top of my brows to be, you know, not as light as this. I'm just going to use this Morphe brush that I also flatten out, but I really only use the corner of this brush to do the top. So I outlined the top of this one, and in the front I just like to blend it in a little bit. So I just brush up so that the line of concealer isn't as harsh as it is back here. I just get some product on the edge of my brush and I go in like this to line it out. And then I blend out the rest into my skin. This shade is like the most perfect shade I've ever shade matched myself with. I still haven't found the perfect foundation, but I will one day. This one is thicker than that one right now. Love it. So now I take the same brush and I just blend out the concealer in the middle as much as I can. I try not to touch the brows like that. So that is my finished brows. Now the concealer that I put here and here to cover up the dark spots, I'm just gonna take my finger and blend it out. Letting concealer sit there just makes the coverage 20 times better. Now for foundation, warning, this one is not my shade. It is a bit darker, but after I put the hella light concealer on and contour and everything, it's fine, okay? But I used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 340. This is the matte and poreless one. My skin is extremely oily, so the dewy look, I always achieve it at some point in the day, but I don't try to achieve it right away or else I will look like an oil spill. But yeah, I'm just using this beauty blender and blending it all over my face. I try to leave a gap like under my eye because we're gonna pound on some concealer right there. But yeah, this foundation is definitely like medium coverage. Like this is application number 1 and you can still see things that I don't want you to see. So I always end up doing multiple applications. I'm telling y'all, I do this routine every day. So yes, I'm almost done the bottom. There we go. And an easy way to get under your chin instead of freaking doing this, I just do a double chin and get it like that. And I try to be super careful when it comes to putting the foundation in between my brows. I barely dab it just to like even out the skin color or whatever. Now to contour my face, I use this Morphe foundation stick in the shade 17. It looks like this. And I just do a little line here, another one here. I do like this on my chin because we want it to be snatched, okay? And a few lines on my forehead because she is bigger than she has to be. I put one right here. And then outline the natural shape that my chin already has here. And then 2 lines on my nose, like that. I'm guilty. I used to bring my contour all the way here, and I would wonder if my whole cheek was dark brown. Girl. Then we're gonna go back in with the Born This Way concealer, and we are going to highlight the heck out of my face. So I start off right here. And then I bring it out like that. It may be a lot, but just the process. Do the same thing on the other side. And I don't make it touch the brown line, because when we start blending, it's gonna go there anyways. I do 2 lines here to lift my face, a line here, a little dot here, some here, and a little bit on my nose, because this blends so much, okay? It travels. The Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 50 again. And we're gonna do this little ombre effect. I just put it next to it because it is closer to my skin tone. So I just find that like when it blends out, the lightness of the first shade won't be as harsh. And since I used a stick for my contour, I go in with the Fit Me Concealer in shade 60. It is pretty much the same color as a stick. And yes, it is almost empty. You just gotta twirl like these. I just do a few dots where I put the stick because I just find that it makes it blend a lot easier. So I'm gonna let the concealer sit a little bit. So I'm gonna go in and blend out my contour with this big Morphe brush. I'm pretty sure it's foundation brush, but it's all good. And I just spray it with some setting spray. This setting spray is so cheap, bruh. I don't even know if it does anything to my face. It's this Morning Dew setting spray that I literally got at like Marshall's. Okay, we don't have to talk about it. I'm gonna buy more when it's empty. I can't just buy something and not use it to its fullest. So to blend out my contour, just dab, 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 dab. Do not rub in, bruh. That's the biggest piece of advice in makeup that I can give you, is don't rub in your concealer, contour, all that. Don't rub it in. It's just gonna move the foundation under, and you pretty much did that for no reason. So just dab the heck out of your face like that. It'll blend eventually, you know? And I like to blend it up a little, but I try not to touch the concealer that's right there. I do the same for here. Just dab, dab, dab. My forehead. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but on a regular day, it usually takes me like 45 minutes to do my makeup. So hopefully this video is nowhere near that amount of time. Yeah, literally eyebrows and blending takes the most amount of time in my routine. But yeah, we do not want botched eyebrows, and I don't want makeup that's not blended. Now to go in with my booty blender, we're going to blend out all of the concealer. And I blend everything other than my under eyes first, just so that it can sit there the longest. When I say beat my face, like I'm beating my face. I like just started blending out my eyes, but I like to move upwards like that, and I move up on my nose towards the contour line that I have not blended out yet. And the nose, I bring it up all the way to my eye to connect it together. Now for my nose, I go in with this buffer brush type thing, whatever. Oops, I forgot. I add contour right there as well. But we're gonna buff that out. And I'm just gonna follow the natural shape of my nose like that. Bring it up into a little V, I guess. And then for the two lines, blends so easily, I just brush it up like that. And then we're gonna blend out the little dots right here. Now I'm gonna go back in with my Born This Way concealer, and I'm just gonna put a little line on the edges of my nose where I just contoured, just because the darker brown travels a lot, so I don't want to lose like the sharpness of my nose. So I'm just gonna blend it down again. Try my hardest not to ruin the contour I just did. And I just go over everything and blend. And yes, I do leave my eyelids for last. I did not forget, don't worry. But now I'm gonna go in and bake my face with the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Honey. I just shake a little bit into the lid. This is a different beauty blender. Yes, they're both pretty brown, but and I'm just gonna put some onto it. Not too much. I dab off the excess and get rid of the creases, and we're gonna bake. It is super important to try to get an even layer while baking, because those dark spots that come while you bake, they don't leave when you take it off. You get like hella dry patches on your face. It is not cute, girl, so make sure you try to get that even layer. And we're gonna do the side of my nose. And if you don't know what I mean, like just even it out by dabbing it in more, like that. My smile lines crease so much, so I do have to bake there as well. Now to sharpen out my contour, and I bring it up like that. I just bake wherever I put concealer pretty much. And this is what I look like baking my face. Crazy, right? Here is where it gets a little ratchet. My bronzer fell on the floor, completely shattered. Can't use it no more, so now I just use this Morphe palette, and I use the shade Flux. It is a dark brown. It's this one. And I just use that as a bronzer for now because it works. The one I had before, I didn't really like it anyways. So I'm like watching videos trying to find one that I think would look good on me. But yeah, for my bronzer, I just dab it in wherever I contoured my face earlier. And like for eyeshadow, it's pigmented, so like it works fine. Just have to be careful not to go too overboard. Great. You guys, I tried making my YouTube channel like aesthetic and all that, but my life is not aesthetic. Like I am a hectic person, and I don't want to have to like force a lifestyle that I am not living onto my YouTube channel, because I generally love making YouTube videos, and just trying to be something you're not is not fun, obviously. I stopped, and I'm just gonna let my videos flow how they flow. Whatever mood I'm in, that's how the video is gonna turn out that day, I guess. Oh, and I'm using this Morphe brush. Dang, eh? It's a very fluffy, but I just pinch it like this to bronze my nose. And that's why I don't really go hard with the stick on my nose, because the powder is just a lot easier to blend out. Better safe than sorry. Now I'm gonna use this medium-sized fluffy Morphe brush. These all came in a set. That's why I'm not saying like the number. There's no number on it. And I'm just gonna blend out my bake. I completely blended out here, but I want to keep the harsh line sort of there. Less aggressive, like that. So now I'm gonna go back with my beauty blender and my Mercier powder, and I'm gonna rebake my nose only because I just went in with the powder. It could use some shaping.
It just needs a little shaping. To the salon!
Literally just like that. I just started liking blush, okay, so I do not own a blush. I do want to invest into the stick blush since I wanted to test it out before buying one. I used the same Morphe palette. I used the shade Heat, this burgundy orangish color, and I just used this extremely fluffy brush. It is not from Morphe, it is Still Spa Essentials, and I just dip it in a little bit, dab off the excess because it's eyeshadow and it's hella pigmented, and I just brush up like that. Y'all see? And it is so easy to mess up with this eyeshadow blush. It just depends on like how I grab it with my brush. If I grab too much, I can mess up my entire cheek. Now I'm just gonna go in with my beautiful setting spray, and I'm gonna spray my face. Am I good to spray my face?
And yes, I do leave my eyelids for last. I did not forget, don't worry.
No, I'm not good to spray my face. Look at my eyes. Okay, Born This Way concealer onto the eyelids. A little dot, because a little goes a long way. We're gonna dip into the Mercier powder and have it ready so that as soon as I blend it out, I can just right away because eyelids crease so fast. Like so, and go right into setting it. Guys, I apologize. I feel like my personality is just not showing in this video. The weather is really affecting me today, and doing my makeup is so calming to me. It's like therapeutic, and I usually do it while listening to a podcast or something. So I'm just in my calmest state right now, and I apologize. Go watch my other videos if you want more personality out of me. I'm gonna blend it out right away because we don't need that to sit. So now to go in with eyeshadow, I'm gonna use this fluffy Morphe brush, and we're gonna go into the exact same palette. So convenient, eh? So convenient. Gonna use the shade Universal. It's this one, and I use that all over my lid pretty much. I do have like naturally big eyelids, and I'm thankful because I love doing makeup, so it just comes in handy, you know. And then the same fluffy brush I used to contour my nose, I'm gonna go in with the same color I used to contour my entire face, and we're gonna use that in my crease just like that to add a little color to my eye. I bring it up a little bit and just into my crease like that. I find it just gives more dimension to my eyelids, and this is just like my everyday makeup, so I don't need like a crazy eyeshadow look, you know, or just to say I put something there. Okay, now we're good to set my face like that. Make sure I got it everywhere. So while my face is still drying, I use this little brush. I use the color Pure. Is this gold one that I use a lot, as you can see, and I put it right here. And then my nose, I use the tip of it and just go in like that. Dab it off my finger because it's a bit much. Now a little straight line. Bend it out a little bit. And my fan brush disappeared during the move. Probably left it home. I'm just using this little blue one that came in like a mini set, and I go in to highlight my cheekbones. Like, I can go buy another fan brush, but this is working out fine, you know? No one's gonna look at it and be like, oh, she definitely did not use a fan brush. And if you do, then hop off. And I put a little bit on my chin. So now my face is completely dry. I'm gonna go in with this Anastasia Brow Gel, and it's in the shade dark brown, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm just going to gel down my brows. I don't put this in the front of my brows because it is not clear gel. So at this step in my makeup routine, my hands are brown, filled with makeup, and I have makeup all over my lips. So I'm gonna go wash my hands, wash the makeup off my lips, and come back. I am back. My hands are clean. My lips are back to their natural pink self. For lip balm, I use this little Medex. When I put it on, it like burns my lips, and I need that because my lips are always hella dry for some odd reason. I used to blame it on the weather, but it's literally not that cold no more. So I just need to invest in a lip scrub. But now for lips, I'm gonna use this Color Sensational lip liner. It's by Maybelline, and it's in the shade Rich Chocolate 120. So I just line right here and here and then down here. And even though I just washed my hands, I take my finger and I blend out like this, because I like the natural pink that's already in my lips. So I just really put this to hide the darker spots of my lips, if that makes any sense. And now I'm gonna go in with this Revlon lipstick. It is in the shade 150 Pearl. Looks like this. Ah, it's a mess. I'm just gonna dab on my lip a little bit. That's it. And then I just dab my lips a little bit. I don't want my lips to look overly wet after I put on my lip gloss. I'm using this lip gloss. I ordered it from the Lash Plug on IG. It's this pink glitter gloss. I don't know what it's called. I just know it's from the Lash Plug. And I just dab it on my lips because it's glittery and I want the glitter to stick on without rubbing off what I just put on my lips. So they end up looking like that. And now we're gonna go into lashes. I can't show you guys the lashes because it's my friend's business that has not launched yet, so I don't want to like expose it and expose the beautiful packaging, but I'll put you guys on when she launches, don't worry. And I just use this Kiss Lash Glue that is also almost empty. While I wait for this to dry a little bit, tell me about you. Like, how have you been? How's your life been going lately? Are you experiencing a lot of changes? Are you stuck in the same cycle, doing the same thing, school, work, whatever? Let me know. I haven't really been doing much. I'm trying to get on my productive grind because I find that I have been very lazy and I'm tired of looking in the past and like thinking like, oh, like if I just got up that day and did this, I'd be here by now. I should just get up and do it so that in the future I don't look back and regret, you know? These are literally my favorite lashes. Like I literally texted her the other day talking about I'm about to buy 3 more. I don't know when she's gonna launch her business, but I have a feeling that whenever she does, it's gonna sell out. Now I'm using the Benefit They're Real mascara and I'm just putting some on my bottom lashes. Okay guys, that is my current makeup routine. This is the finished look. I think it looks pretty good. I like for my makeup to look like skin. I did put a lot of products on, but I don't know if it's the setting spray that I was just talking shit about or just my routine in general. My makeup doesn't really crease during the day. I just get like an oily nose and stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you guys want more makeup videos or like get readies with me, because I can freaking talk. So a get ready with me is freaking easy for me. But yeah, I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you like, comment. I like all of my comments. Subscribe to see more of me. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload, because I currently have no uploading schedule. I'm just getting on my grind and uploading whenever, filming whenever. But yeah, see you next time. Mwah.